Hey everyone, Mark from the Geek Church here, and today I've got 4 different products from AUKEY, a company that I reviewed before. We're going to be opening up and trying out right after this. Okay, I think the best way of doing this is to just put this in one report rather than split this up into 4 different videos. So I'm going to start with this one. This is the MagFusion 3-in-1 Pro. Since it's the biggest, I figured we'll just open it up and get it out of the way. Or I could re-edit this video and put it last. Or the fact that I've said it means that I can't really do that, can I? So we're going to start with this one. Okay, so basically I think this is probably made for those that really want to get in their, if you're part of that iGeneration, you've got your AirPods, you've got your Apple Watch, you've got your iPhone, so you're going to want to put them together, and I don't know why I named the iPhone last on that. But let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, like I was saying, you definitely want a place where you can recharge all your Apple products. So why not have something that can do that? Well, isn't that what this is? Isn't it? Seriously, I don't know. Actually, I do know, and I think it is. But I'm going to open it up and see what's inside. So, what do I see here? Oh, good. It comes with a port. Huh, that's interesting. We actually have something that actually looks very similar to this that we're reviewing in one of these other boxes down here. So let's just get this sucker out, and we'll get out the charging cord. And here is the instructions. Not bad. Okay, so even though it's got the instructions down here, I'm going to see how long I can get without them. But essentially, I'm guessing that up here on top, this is where you would put your watch, and this is where you'd put your phone. You just lock it in there, and I'm guessing this is where you put the AirPods. So, as you can see, we have a USB-C charging cord that it comes with, somewhat long. And then we have this, so I'm just going to plug it into an outlet here that I have down here, or more specifically a power strip. Yeah. Okay, and I've got it plugged in, so here's the deal. Oh, okay, I'm seeing a light on here. That's a good sign. What I really want to do is see if, I don't know if this is, it's labeled MagFusion, so does that mean it only works with MagSafe products? If so, then this phone that I have here could be an issue. It's one I'm charging right now, but as you can see, I have this little ring here. And I just want to see if I can stick it there. What I don't know is that I've discovered that I have this issue with this case. So I often have to take this off. You've seen this before in other videos if you watch my videos. Okay, that locks in there. And are we charging? Are we charging? Are we charging? We are. As it happens, I happen to have the power off on this, but it shows that we are definitely charging. And I think that this thing has a cooling thing in here, which right now it's super hot where I'm at. So honestly, I could use something that would be cooling. But I think you know what I'm talking about. With your electronic devices, with your smartphones, they get hot, don't they? They get super hot. I mean, have you noticed this? Oh, come on, you've noticed this. Come on, you're a smartphone owner, or you probably are. You might be watching this on a smartphone, and hopefully it's not getting too hot. Well, this has an active cooling system. So yeah, so I believe this is designed to keep it very much cool as it's charging, which honestly, I'm good with that. And speaking of charging, it's good for about 15 watts of fast charging, and it's good for Qi-enabled phones. So like this would be that. And hey, if you want to watch something as you're charging, you could probably do that. Hey, there's a power button here I've just noticed. What's that button do? Okay. I can't tell whether that stopped its charging or not stopped its charging. Normally there's like a thing on here, but unfortunately I didn't have this here. Hang on, I want to do some research on this button. Okay, I just did a little bit of research and I found out that this button turns on and off the cooling function. I'm liking this product here. I think it's something that I think any person who has any Qi-enabled phone or other things that they could probably put in there. In fact, I'm actually kind of curious now that I'm looking at this. Can I actually charge this down below? I can! Oh my gosh, that's interesting. So I could actually charge 2 smartphones at once. Very cool, I could do that. Plus, I'm assuming this is designed just for the Apple Watch. up here. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure I can put my thing on here, and yeah, that wouldn't work. Okay, let's talk price. The price of this is about $129.99, available on the AUKEY site right now. You should get it if you need something like that. On to our next device. Okay, very similar to this is this particular thing, and this is just essentially the Comet 3 or 30 watt wall charger. And I'm just going to open her up here because I think this device pretty much speaks for itself. I mean, it's a wall charger. I mean, do I really even need to open it and show you how it works? I mean, don't you already know that? How are you charging your phone anyway? Okay, all of us charge our phones differently. Some of us might have a wireless charging pad. Some of us, we just stick it in our computer while we're working on that. So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention because this thing here that I was just finished reviewing actually has a user manual for its particular charger thing. And something I want to bring to your attention is this. This is it right here. Now, let's talk about this thing after we get it out of the box. Oh, how do we get it out of the box? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so this thing, as you can see, is smaller. This is about 30 watts. This is about 45 watts. And so on this thing, which came with this thing, it actually has an instruction manual for it. I think that's kind of interesting, don't you? So this thing has 45 watts and it's larger. This is 30 watts. Can you... All right, I'm trying hard not to get them mixed up. So anyway, I think the best thing I can do is, I don't know, try it out. I suppose I could just do this. I mean, I could use the same charging cord it comes with as is this thing. Just plug it in and then just start charging my phone just as a demonstration. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what else I can say about this. So it uses GAN technology, or GAN. That's big G, a little a, big N. That's something I've been doing a lot of. I don't know, for some reason I get a lot of GAN technology chargers that I reviewed. Honestly, I'm not really good at, should probably redo my research on this. Anyway, so I'm going to talk more about that on my article because I don't really think there's much I can say about it. So, except for the price. It's about $18.99. Pretty good deal for something like that. You could probably get a less capable charger or adapter for that price, but I recommend going with AUKEY because they're cool. Okay, now we're going to get started with this particular guy, which is the Spark Mini 2000, and he is it, I don't know what its pronouns are, they, is essentially a power bank, or a charging power bank, and it looks like I just dropped the charging cord here. Okay, I have to admit there's nothing really new here. I've seen some of these before. This is one of the more thicker ones I've seen, honestly. Usually these things are pretty thin, so they are designed to fit in your pocket. This is probably the thickest I've seen, and because it's so thick, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be... Okay, that's 20,000 milliampere hours. That's quite a bit. Do we have any stats as far as like what it can do? As far as like... Since it's capable of charging phones multiple times, that's pretty good. You're probably going to need something like this. This would be something I should probably take at my next, what do you call it, convention, because when I'm there and I'm filming, my phone runs out of battery power quite easily, and it's probably good to have something like this. So I think it's time I just sort of, actually, how much power does it have? It's got the indicator lights here. Let's just hit the button, see if we've... Okay, I'm at 2 lights, so it's pretty good. It's got the 4 there, so I'm at 50% power, which means I can probably start... I'm going to start charging one of my phones up here, and since I've got a USB-A port and USB-C port, I'm going to use the USB-A, because that's just what I happen to have on this particular cord, which is quite long, I must say. Okay, so we should be seeing a bit of a... Yep, we're charging up right away, so this is going to be helping out. Something like this, you never go without. I've reviewed thousands of these. Okay, not thousands, but I'm sure it's been at least 100. Oh gosh, has it been that long? Anyway, I think the best thing I can do is get you a price. We're looking at about $35.99, but it is marked down to $33.99 on the site as I'm looking at it. And if you need a port for that, if you need something that can this do 2 devices simultaneously? I believe it can. Let's just say it can. So that is where you should go with. Anyway, on to the last device. Okay, this thing is called the MagFusion GameFrost. And if you're wondering why it's called that, I believe it has to do with just using this thing while you game. There are a lot of people that use their mobile devices for gaming things. And I'm not really one of them, but I will have to say, if I were to do that, something tells me my phone would get very hot in a hurry. So maybe it would be helpful if I had something that would cool it off. So here's the thing. How am I supposed to do that? Well, I'm going to use the GameFrost. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen a product like this. This is one of the more unusual products I've reviewed, and I have to admit, I really like this idea. So, how does it work? Well, I'm hoping it just sticks on the back of your phone, and I'm right, it does. Now, is there a device? Is there some sort of... I don't see any way to turn it on, unless that's it. Oh, here we go. There's a button there. Hang on a second, I'm actually kind of... Hang on a second. Okay, there's actually 3 different buttons on here, and I had to get the user manual out. One of these buttons is an LED light button, and honestly, I'm not sure how much power is in this thing, because it's not like I charged this and stuff. So, I might have to have a separate demonstration of that. I'm not sure this has any charge whatsoever. And then there's the wireless charging button. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this up here. I'm going to hit the wireless charging button. All right, nothing happened. I don't think this is officially charged here, so I'm going to try hitting this button, which is the cooling button, and nothing is really happening. Okay, I'm going to have to give this a little bit of a charge here before I talk about it, which means I gotta do this later. Okay, side note, I plugged it in and I got this, which is a definite temperature or something like that. I wonder, can I use this like, actually, could I do this? Shoot, okay. On the box, it has somebody like gaming with it while there's a wire in there. So, can I just stick this on here and yeah, charges my phone. Oh my gosh, okay. This time, I'm actually hearing it. Okay, it is actually cooling things down here, and I can feel it, and it does feel a little bit cooler. That's going to be a big thing. Okay, good. Maybe I don't have to do this little thing again. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to get some information on this as far as like how much... Whoa! Oh, sorry. I was putting this down to spin a little bit, and I was beginning to think maybe this fan would be spinning that. Doesn't seem to have that function. But, shoot, I'm actually kind of glad I reviewed this last. They say best save your best for last, and I thought it would be this one. Yeah, you suck. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, this is pretty awesome. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to do an article as far as like, is this something you could use wirelessly, and how long would it allow you to do that for? Okay, wireless fast charge. Okay, does that mean you can charge it if... What happens if I just unplug it? Okay, it stops, so... Alright, so does this thing need a wire to do that? I don't know. Okay, I just turned off the light, and let's turn off the cooling system. Oh, it's actually an adjustment? Oh yeah, there's like 3 levels. You can actually, okay, maybe you can't hear it, but when I hit it once, yeah, there we go, okay. So it goes up by degrees, and there is an indicator here about 24 degrees. I'm guessing that's Celsius, okay. That's what I thought, okay. And then we got the wireless charging button, which, okay, you can shut that on or off, so maybe that helps. Like, for example, like if you want to use just this thing for this, is this something you can use as a... Okay, I don't think this is designed to be used wirelessly. At least that's what I think. I don't want to go on record as saying that that's what it can be used for, but honestly, I mean, if you're gaming all day and this thing doesn't add a lot of weight But because it does say, like, specifically, I mean, the fact that it's called GameFrost, I think it means that this is marketed toward the gamer market, specifically the mobile gaming market. And if you do play a lot of mobile games, something like this could come in handy. So, listen, you know what? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into greater detail. I haven't written the article on this yet, but of course I will. And then I usually put the article out when this video posts. I want to go into very much detail about if this can be used wirelessly. Like, could you charge this little hockey puck thing up and then attach it to your phone in case, like, you want to just, I don't know, game all day and do that? I'm not sure. But it seems this model here that I have here seems to only work when I have that. So that's what I'm going to have to say on here. Oh, shoot, I forgot to give the price on this particular guy. He is about $42.99. So yeah, good price, and you can get it on the AUKEY site right now. Okay, I think that's all I have to really say about these products here, and you can get those on, all of these are available on AUKEY for the price, or AUKEY, how it's pronounced. And this thing is also adjustable. I just found out that right now, so that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say. This is Mark Rollins from the Geek Church, signing off.